Dai, đúng rồi. Hello everyone, John with Fun to Be Free coming to you live from Disney's Hollywood Studios. Let's go! Welcome to the fabulous Walt Disney World Resort here in Central Florida. Hey explorers, like I just said, John with Fun to Be Free coming to you live from Disney's Hollywood Studios. You're gonna wanna stay tuned for this one. Instead of breaking news, we are here today for Fantasmic. That's right, we've had a lot of requests, so here we are. We're gonna break into some actual shout-outs instead of breaking news, so stay tuned for that in just a moment. I gotta check the chat. I'll flip the camera. We'll head to the guest entrance. We'll check the attendance levels here, and then we gotta make a hop, skip, and a skedaddle over to the Hollywood Hills, so stay tuned for Fantasmic. I'll flip the camera here. You're now looking at the guest entrance. Not too much of a guest return right now. Very comfortable in attendance. Not bad at all. The weather is beautiful right now. Very, very nice here in Central Florida at the Walt Disney World Resort. It's a little windy, but not too bad, not too shabby. So we're slowly turning around and we're gonna head towards Hollywood Boulevard. Once we come to the conclusion, if you will, Hollywood and Sunset, we're gonna make a right and head down to the Hollywood Hills. But let's jump into the live chat real quick. Festival of Imagination, welcome in, welcome back. Festival of Imagination says, here we go. Hey, it's nice to have Festival of Imagination joining us today. And Tony O'Tower. Tony O'Tower, I do believe, is a new subscriber to Fun to Be Free. Well, hello there, Tony O'Tower. My name is John with Fun to Be Free. Typically, usually, we go live at 2 o'clock. However, today, happy Easter to everybody joining us from around the world today. For example, Festival of Imagination joining us from the United Kingdom. A little late over there. But Tony O'Tower, welcome. Like I just said, John with Fun to Be Free. It's nice to have new subscribers. Thank you for being here. Tony O'Tower, I could only imagine your handle is mimicking the Tower of Terror, but Tony O'Tower says hi, and if there's anybody new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell as well. Tony O'Tower also says, yay, made it. I did notice Tony O'Tower left a comment. So Tony O'Tower, John with Fun to Be Free had his eyes on your handle from second one. But Sonic's back in the chat. Welcome in, welcome back, Sonic. Sonic says, and here we go. That's right, Sonic. It's always nice to have Sonic in the chat as well. Tony O'Tower says, Hollywood Time, and hi, J.A. Sonic, or goes by Sonic. Festival of Imagination says, hey John, really good to see you. Hope you are okay. Hello, Fun to Be Free family. Festival of Imagination, everything is just fine. Just peachy keen here with John with Fun to Be Free. No worries. I'll give you an update here in a few moments. The reason why I was not live yesterday. Give me a moment to get there, but I want to check the chat and get through as many as we can right now. Tony O'Tower says, hi Festival. Captain Mickey Mouse. Well, Captain Mickey Mouse, we haven't seen you for a while. Welcome in, welcome back. Says, at MCM, Wonderful World of Animation is in between Fantasmics. Christopher Chavez, welcome in, welcome back, says, hi John. Well, hello there, Christopher Chavez. And the three-time Timmy Timber Toucher, or T6, says, Fantasmic Night. Let's go, I'm glad you're here, T6. Welcome in, welcome back. Festival of Imagination says, hi Tony. And Christopher Chavez says, it's Fantasmic Night. Let's go, that's right. Tony O'Tower says, MAJIC raid. Oh, so Tony O'Tower came in, I suspicion, from Magic Adventures. So I could only imagine that Mike and Jen over at Magic Adventures sent Tony O'Tower over to John with Fun to Be Free. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Tony O'Tower, along with a shout out to Magic Adventures. They do live streams on YouTube as well. Of course, their channel name is spelled MAJIC Adventures. So Magic Adventures, MAJIC Adventures. Shout out to Magic Adventures on YouTube doing live streams. Check them out today. They were over at the Port Orleans Riverside Resort. Once this live stream concludes, once it ends, once it's over, I'd encourage everybody to go check out Magic Adventures and give them a subscribe and like as well once this video is over. But Tony O'Tower says one of my hold on the chat jump just that moment. Tony O'Tower says one of my favorite park shows. Oh, Tony O'Tower, you're in luck. Stay tuned for Fantasmic. We are currently on Sunset Boulevard here in Disney's Hollywood Studios, approaching, of course, the Hollywood Hills. But Captain Mickey Mouse says, when you're here tonight, could you show us a construction update at the Little Mermaid Musical Adventure Theater? Please, on the outside of outside Disney updated stuff. Okay, Captain Mickey Mouse, let's run over there real fast. I'll accelerate my walking pace because we really gotta secure our spot for Fantasmic this evening. There's only one show at 8:30 p.m. Eastern of Fantasmic. But Joe Mitchell Jr., I do believe is back in town again. Joe Mitchell Jr. says, hi, John. Well, hello there, Joe Mitchell Jr. Thank you for being here. Tony O'Tower says, can you show us the Tower of Terror? Oh, there you go, Tony O'Tower, yeah, there you go. Looming ominously off in the distance. You can see a little bit of, scattered clouds behind it. You can hear the background music here on Sunset Boulevard, but what a sight to behold, Tony O'Tower. Sonic says, Fantasmic, hee hee. Sonic is the Joker. Tony O'Tower says, yay, I see TOT, or Tower of Terror. There you go again, Tony O'Tower. Tony O'Tower, of course, is a giant Tower of Terror fan, I imagine. Sonic says, I think I have seen Fantasmic at Disneyland. Yeah, it's really good, Sonic, so stay tuned. You're going to love this show here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Sonic says, I'm not sure. Epcot Galaxy Hero's back. Welcome in, welcome back. Says, hi, Mr. John Stark. LOL. Oh, it's so nice to have an Epcot Galaxy Hero. And Alex Fawcett says, happy Easter, John, and Fun to Be Free, fam. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here, Alex Fawcett. Tony O'Tower says, hi, Epcot. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, hey. And Tony O'Tower says, I've seen Fantasmic during my last Walt Disney World vacay. Yeah, it's awesome. Isn't it, Tony O'Tower? Epcot Galaxy Hero says, Fantasmic is oh, no. Hold on. Chat's jumping here. Cruise and Theme Park Guide. Oh, welcome in. Welcome to the channel, Cruise and Theme Park Guide. Tony, love the Tower of Terror. So, shout out to Cruise and Theme Park Guide. Once this video is over, once it concludes, we're not ending now, but once it is, go check out Cruise and Theme Park Guide, and that's spelled, of course, cruise, like you're going on a cruise, and the ampersand, and Theme Park Guide. So Cruise and Theme Park Guide. Hello there, nice to see you. So Cruise and Theme Park Guide also does live streams from the Walt Disney World Resort as well. So go check out Cruise and Theme Park Guide once this live stream ends. Keep It Real with Dan back in the chat. Welcome back. Keep It Real with Dan says, I'm looking forward to the Villains Unfairly After show. So am I. Keep It Real with Dan. So real quick, I just wanted to walk over to the Flex Space located near the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. We could give you a quick update since we're in the area here for one of the shows coming. Of course, Disney's Hollywood Studios. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, prefer Rise of the Resistance. Festival of Imagination says, happy Easter. Hope you've had a great day. Randy says, welcome, Tony O'Tower. And at this point, what I want to do is essentially say the real reason why we're here today is because Walt Disney World Florida, Disney's Hollywood Studios, Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios. So again, today's video topic's not going to have breaking news, but we're going to take in the sights and sounds of Fantasmic. So in other words, Walt Disney World Florida, Disney's Hollywood Studios, Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios. So that's the reason that we're here today. But I wanted to break the breaking news, if you will, and get with a shout out. So yesterday, I was over at an undisclosed location having dinner with Scary Mary TV, which is Neri and Benny. And so the quick story is, Neri and Benny, I had a great time with them. I also spent some time with Mike and Jen from Magic Adventures as well. It's always nice to see Mike and Jen from Magic Adventures. But quickly, I'll pause the story and I'll show you what's going on over here at the Flex Space at the Sunset Showcase. So there you go, Captain Mickey Mouse. I don't know if we're going to actually have time to actually head over to Animation Courtyard because we have to really get into the Fantasmic amphitheater and secure our spot. But on with the story. So undisclosed location, having dinner with some good friends, Neri and Benny. So of course, shout out to Scary Mary TV. Once the video concludes, go check out that channel. But we'll talk more about Scary Mary TV here in a moment. But I wanted to share this fun little story with you. So I'm going to put a graphic on the screen. Give me just a moment. What I actually need to do is take my bat phone, yeah, you heard me, B-A-T phone, the bat phone, out of my pocket, and I need to enable the wireless feature so I could send my phone screen over to your device at home if you give me just a second here. So hold on, bear with me, be right with you. You're watching live streaming coverage from Disney's Hollywood Studios. Stay tuned because we are going to experience Fantasmic at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll come back to the live chat in a moment, but I want to share this neat little story with you. All right, so in just a moment, I'll take this privacy screen off and it will reveal what's underneath it, what's below it, behind it, if you will. And so over to your right-hand side of the screen is an actual website. So it goes along with the story. So yesterday, Neri from Scary Mary TV and I, John with Fun to Be Free, went to dinner at an undisclosed location. And at that point, we were essentially checking out, ready to pay for our dinner, when a guest that was staying at the resort that we were at approached us and says, we have an extra Disney dining plan. Here, real quick, I want to mention, we're going to head into the Fantasmic Theater right now. So stand by entrance, we're going to start heading this way. And I'll continue telling, hello there, nice to see you, thank you for making the magic. So back to the story though. So this nice guest came up to Neri and I and offered to pay for our dinner because they said they have an extra Disney dining plan credit. And we just thought that was so kind, so nice, so charming that they offered to pay for dinner for us. And so I wanted to give a shout out to this particular individual. So once this live stream concludes, once it's over, I want you to head over to faybrown.co.uk. So that's spelled FAYEBROWN.co.uk. So Faye Brown, you can see her logo at the top of the screen there. Bringing your brilliant brands to life. So I'll slowly just scroll down the screen here and I'll show you all of her impressive work. She's from the United Kingdom and she was vacationing with her family here at the Walt Disney World Resort and actually paid for dinner for John with Fun to Be Free and Scary Mary TV Neri. I just thought it was so kind and so nice and so flattering that I just wanted to do a quick shout out. I'm actually going to click on her Instagram here, and one moment while I take that off the screen. But her Instagram is the @sign, everybody knows the @sign, @Faybrown Design. So that's spelled FAYEBROWNDESIGNS. So shout out to Faye Brown Designs. Go check out Faye Brown Designs or @Faybrown Designs or also faybrown.co.uk. So Faye Brown, thank you again for making the magic for Neri and John with Fun to Be Free. I do appreciate that. So shout out to Faye Brown again. We really appreciated that. Just so kind. Okay, so I wanted to show you one more item here. Give me a second. I'm navigating to it. So over to the right-hand side of the screen now is Scary Mary TV. So Scary Mary TV, like I said before, is on YouTube. Scary Mary TV makes amazing videos. And you can see a photo near the top of the screen, top left if you will, even near the top right, of Benny and Neri, some good friends of John with Fun to Be Free. But I wanted to draw your attention to this particular video that they just released very recently here. There is an ad playing right now. I'm attempting to navigate away from the ad. I'm going to hit skip and hit pause. So you can see John with Fun to Be Free is pictured in Neri and Benny's video, which they did a spectacular job on, by the way. Very well done video. But Neri and Benny actually interviewed John with Fun to Be Free and released it very recently. So shout out to Scary Mary TV for this exclusive interview. And here's the title: Disney News Game Changer, John with Fun to Be Free, exclusive interview. That's right, Disney News Game Changer, John with Fun to Be Free, exclusive interview. So once this live stream concludes, once Fun to Be Free, John with Fun to Be Free's live stream concludes, go check out, shout out to Scary Mary TV on YouTube, and of course subscribe and like. Don't forget to subscribe and like to Scary Mary TV as well. But again, Neri and Benny actually interviewed John with Fun to Be Free, and this interview came out so amazing. I'd encourage everybody to go check out Scary Mary TV because you get the opportunity to have Neri interview John with Fun to Be Free. Okay, we're going to take the graphic off the screen. We got to get back to the chats. Hold on just a second. We are now in the Hollywood Hills, like I was saying, and we're approaching the amphitheater. At this moment, I'm going to take the bat phone, disable the wireless feature, and I'm going to place the bat phone back in my pocket. Hold on just a moment. I will be right with you. You could hear announcements being, of course, over the PA system. But if you are new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell as well. John with Fun to Be Free is also making an all call, calling all explorers. We're going to do a countdown. We're going to start with the number 3. We're going to end with the number 1. Once I come to the number 1, I need everybody in the live chat, everybody watching us live right now, to smash that like button. If you have already smashed the like button, good for you. You should have done it on your way in. But here we go. Countdown begins in 3, 2, 1. Smash that like button. Do it now. Don't forget to smoosh it, right, Sonic? Don't forget to Hulk smash it as well. But we should get back to the chat. Festival of Imagination says, Happy Easter. Hope you've had a great day. I sure did, Festival of Imagination. I hope your Easter was going good as well. Randy, welcome in, welcome back. It's nice to see Randy back in the chat. Randy says, welcome, Tony O'Tower. Nice to have Randy. Tony O'Tower says, same here at Cruise and Theme Park Guide, #1 attraction. Tony O'Tower says, thanks, Randy. Randy says, great evening, John. It is a beautiful evening here, Randy. It is so nice, so beautiful with the weather right now. Epic Galaxy Hero says, no, at Tony O Tower 3, take my rise, thanks. We got the chat jumping, hold on, we got lots of chats to get through. Lots of chats, hold on. Boy, it is rolling tonight, I'll tell you that. Hold on. Tony O'Tower says, this is my favorite park, probably referring to Disney's Hollywood Studios here at the Walt Disney World Resort. Disney's Hollywood Studios is quite filled with magic, isn't it, Tony O'Tower? Epcot Galaxy Hero says, no. Tony O'Tower, take my rise, thanks. Ryan Wesley, oh well, welcome in, welcome back, Ryan Wesley. Ryan Wesley says, hello, beautiful, LOL. Oh, Ryan Wesley, you're too flattering. Oh, welcome in, welcome back. Sonic says, hi at Tony O'Tower. Tony O'Tower says, I understand Rise of the Resistance is such a classic and must ride at Epcot. A must ride at Epcot. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, John, how did I end up with 2 shoutouts? Also tell the story to that chat. Okay, so Epcot Galaxy Hero is referring to the last time we were over at Epcot, John with Fun to Be Free ran into Star-Lord meeting and greeting in the area in World Discovery near the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And I actually did a shout out for Rocket Raccoon Fan 1 along with Epcot Galaxy Hero as well. So there you go. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, at Tony O Tower every trip. Tony O Tower says, I like both attractions, especially with how well-themed Rise of the Resistance is during the pre-show. I do agree, Tony O Tower. You are now looking at the stage for Fantasmic here in the amphitheater in the Hollywood Hills. Of course, on Sunset Boulevard, inside Disney's Hollywood Studios. So the attendance, the crowd's looking not too bad right now, not too bad at all. Let's get back to the chat though. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, oh, Tony O Tower's name remind me of Tony Stark. Tony O Tower says, who's Tony Stark? Epcot Galaxy Hero says, what? And Epcot Galaxy Hero says, you don't know who Tony Stark is? Oh, maybe he's joshing you. Well, maybe he's playing dumb. Epcot Galaxy Hero. Tony O Tower says, yay, the Tower of Terror is in view again. Oh, yeah, so we're a little behind in the chats. So go. Tony O Tower says, nope, at Epcot. And Hala, H-A-L-A-M-U-T-A-W-E says, Mickey Mouse is a wizard and also has a magic power paintbrush from the video game called Epic Mickey. Oh, so Hala is a big Epic Mickey fan, I imagine. Welcome in, welcome back to the channel, Hala, M-U-T-A-W-E. Tony O Tower says, I played that game a few times at Hala. One of my favorite Wii games. Captain Mickey Mouse says something, but the chat's jumping. Hold on, I gotta go find that statement. Give me a second here. Captain Mickey Mouse says, okay, John. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, at Tony O Tower, ask John who Tony Stark is. Tony O Tower says, someone please fill me in with Tony Stark lore. Tony O Tower says, will do, Epcot. And Hala, M-U-T-A-W-E says, yeah, Epic Mickey is the best game ever. Captain Mickey Mouse says, in steering thought there's usually two. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Captain Mickey Mouse. Tony O Tower says, agree at Hala, and the clock tower is my favorite boss. Keep It Real at Dan says, I'm okay with old attractions being replaced with new ones. The issue I have is when bean counters get too greedy and they don't deliver the way they should. Yeah, everything's on a budget, I guess. Keep it real with Dan. Jason Masia, oh, welcome in, welcome back to the channel. Real quick, Jason Masia. John with Fun to Be Free had the opportunity just yesterday to meet Jason Masia near the Boardwalk Resort along with Neri and Benny from Scary Mary TV. It was very nice chatting with you and your family, Jason Masia. Very much so. But Jason Masia says, happy Easter, John. It was good to meet you and Scary Mary yesterday at the Boardwalk, watching your stream while I'm flying back to New York. Oh yeah, so he did mention that he's came from the New York area, and of course they do frequent the Walt Disney World Resort, and they have a great time here. But it was very nice to meet you and your family, Jason Masia. Tony O Tower says, if Tower of Terror ever gets replaced, it would be the saddest day ever. Yeah, I really like the Hollywood Tower Hotel, Tony O Tower. So yeah, it would be quite the shame, if you will. But the chat's jumping. I'm trying to locate my spot. Hold on a second. Chat's really jumping. Hold on. I really am lost in the chat. There's a lot of chats rolling. Hold on here. We got to get to the chats. They keep rolling by. I think I found my spot now. And Hala, M-U-T-A-W-E says, met too. Randy says, welcome explorers. Tony O Tower says, ever play Epic Mickey Repainted? Sonic says, it's always been a fun time in here. Oh, I like when Sonic's here. Tony O Tower says, are we riding Tower of Terror? Oh, I don't know. The park closes at 9 o'clock, Tony O Tower. And of course, Fantasmic is here at 8:30 p.m., which is about, 36 minutes. So we're gonna hover around this area. I'm looking for a good spot. I thought everybody would enjoy, views of the amphitheater. I'm not quite sure where we should go, secure our seats, but I'm thinking somewhere in this area over here. Well, we got to get back to the chat, so. Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, oh my God, the line. Yeah, well, it is spring break here, Captain Mickey Mouse. And Christopher Beveridge, I do believe is a new subscriber to Fun to Be Free. Hold on a second, let me pop up the subscribe banner. Christopher Beveridge, I believe I'm saying that correctly, B-E-V-E-R-I-D-G-E. Christopher says, John, we started watching you last week. Love your streaming quality is amazing. You are awesome for repeating everyone's chat. Oh, well, thank you so much, Christopher. I do appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. We generally, I say generally, go live at 2 o'clock p.m. from the Walt Disney World Resort. Today, of course, is an exception because we are here for Fantasmic at Disney's Hollywood Studios, if you will. So there's a lot of guests that are securing their spots, and I'm essentially just hovering, showing you what it's looking like here. We got packages, dining packages, located over in this area here. But everybody's probably going, no, John, you got to get a spot because it's going to fill up. Yeah, it's starting to fill up, so maybe we should go secure a spot. My head's on a swivel. We're trying to find out what is the best location for us. Every seat in this amphitheater offers good views of the stage, so don't worry. But I'm glad you're here, Christopher Beveridge. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, John, why is Fantasmic worth it? Because it's awesome, Epcot Galaxy Hero. I think I'll take my Rise walk-ons. Oh, I'll take the Fantasmic. Cruise and Theme Park Guide says, thanks, John, you rock. Well, thank you, Cruise and Theme Park Guide. So again, once this live stream concludes, once it's over, shout out to Cruise and Theme Park Guide. Go check Cruise and Theme Park Guide out on YouTube doing live streams as well. Paula, M-U-T-A-W-E says, yep, I did Tony O Tower. It was the best epic Mickey game in the world. Captain Mickey Mouse says, at Tony O Tower, he's just checking something really quick, not Tower. Keep it real with Dan says, do you know Josh and Jenna from Resort TV 1? As it turns out, I've never met them. They do a good job, and I look forward to meeting Josh and Jenna from Resort TV 1. And a quick shout out goes to Resort TV 1. They've been doing what they've been doing since 2018. They do a great job. So again, once this live stream concludes, once it's over, check out Resort TV 1, of course, on YouTube. But of course, once John with Fun to Be Free's live stream is over, check out Resort TV 1. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, I do. Antonio Tower says, thanks, Captain Mickey Mouse. Antonio Tower says, got to agree. I love swinging that paintbrush around. I still need to play the sequel. Hala M-U-T-A-W-E says, Drake Bell is the voice actor of Spider-Man, and also is the voice actor of Peter Parker. So maybe we should actually go secure our spot. So we got a nice cast member up ahead waving us down. Well, hello there. Thank you for making the magic. She just sees this weird, awkward guy walking around with this crazy camera rig called Frankenstein. That's right. I call my camera rig Frankenstein. Nice to see you. Thank you for making the magic. So John with Fun to Be Free is going to take his bat phone out of his pocket. So there we go. We got the bat phone. And I'm going to place it in one of my cargo shorts pockets. So I'm slowly navigating down the walkway here, and I'll show you what we're dealing with. So I'll turn very slowly. Hey, Tony O Tower, there's the Tower Terror up there. But we have refreshments located over in this room. Well, hello there. We're live on YouTube right now. So you get to see the attendance, the crowd levels. We recently just saw on the opposite side of the amphitheater. That was the dinner packages section. We're in the cheap seats. I'm going to select somewhere in this area. Somewhere. I'm not quite certain where I should head. They're probably going to push us to the middle, if you will. But of course, you can see the stage where Fantasmic takes place here in the Hollywood Hills. And I'll slowly pan the camera so you can see the rest of the attendance, the crowd levels here on this gorgeous evening at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I gotta get back to the chat though. Sonic says Hollywood Studios closes at 9:00 p.m. So I'm confused. Are you going to end the stream then, John? Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen, but bottom line, I don't think they're going to allow us to experience any attractions past 9:00 p.m. here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, Sonic. So we may chat for a bit. I don't know. We'll see. We may hang out in the amphitheater. I don't know. Stay tuned for more of what we'll do. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, someone educate Antonio Tower on who Tony Stark is.
Please select a row and move all the way across to make room for guests entering behind you. For your safety, we ask that you refrain from walking across or climbing over the benches. Thank you, and enjoy Fantasmic.
Antonio Tower says he's just choose the Little Mermaid Musical Adventure Theater. Okay, I actually sat down here on the bench. Tonio Tower says, I can't wait to see The Little Mermaid when it opens. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good show, Tonio Tower. Tonio Tower says, yes, please, and thank you. At Epcot in a noob. Epcot Galaxy Heroes never seen Marvel stuff at Tonio Tower. Epcot Galaxy Heroes has a question mark. Keeper Roll Dan says, if I could speak for Disney, I'd put the new Cars ride in Hollywood Studios and replace the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island with just Villains Land. Oh, Keep It Real Dan's a big Villains fan. I think we learned that the last time he was with us, joining us, I think, from the Magic Kingdom, if I remember correctly. Hala MUTAW says, and I overheard that Drake Bell is also the voice actor from the Kingdom Hearts 3, the video game. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, I like Marvel, and I've seen a few movies. Tonio Tower says, I've seen Guardians and the 10 Rings at Epcot. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, okay, good. And Epcot Galaxy Hero says, okay, so you know who Iron Man is? Yeah, I think we know where this is going. Tonio Tower says, I could see the car ride in Hollywood Studios expansion. Oh, Tonio Tower, are you suggesting that Disney California Adventure Cars Land, Radiator Springs Racers, is going to come to Disney's Hollywood Studios? Because you just never know what may happen. If that's the case, you never know. But what if, say, Radiator Springs Racers goes to, say, Animation Courtyard area? Maybe, is that a possibility? Tonio Tower? So again, Tonio Tower says, I can see the car ride in the Hollywood Studios expansion. John with Fun to Be Free might just have to concur with you, Tonio Tower. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, if you do Iron Man's real name is Tony Stark. Captain Mickey Mouse says, hey John, I noticed there was a long line for Fantasmic, just warning you. Yeah, but we're here, we're fine. We secured a spot, Captain Mickey Mouse. We're fine, we're all fine here. How are you? Tonio Tower says, I am pumped for Villains Land. Yeah, I think it's going to be great with the roller coaster, if you will, Tonio Tower. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, I'm not. Come on, Epcot Galaxy Hero. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, give me a Guardians Land. Oh, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Isn't that enough? That is John with Fun to Be Free's most fun roller coaster he's ever been on, is Guardians. Hala MUTAWE says, John Cena is Wreck-It Ralph. And Sonic says, yeah, John, I am sorry that I panicked for you all afternoon yesterday and today after 2 o'clock. Only John knows this, yeah. Sonic, we're fine. Everything's fine here. I'm good. I'm healthy. Everything's good. We're broadcasting live from Disney's Hollywood Studios. I hope you're enjoying the view, Sonic. Thank you for being here. Captain Mickey Mouse says, Tonio Tower. Hey, it's at Magic Kingdom for the Cars attraction. Tonio Tower says, good to know at Epcot, and I definitely need a lot of Marvel assistance. Hala MUTAWE says, Peyton List is a great actor from the Disney Channel. Tonio Tower says, uh-oh, we got the chats are rolling, it keeps jumping. I gotta go back and find my spot. Hold on a second here. There's probably a lot of people in the chat. A lot of people in the chat right now. Hold on, I really lost my spot here. Tonio Tower says, I would like a Muppets Land too. I would like a Muppets Land too. I agree, Tonio Tower. But at least we're going to get, of course, the Rock and Roller Coaster starting Aerosmith layover. John with Fun to Be Free is a little sad that we're going to lose, of course, Muppet Vision 3D. But very aesthetic, we're going to get a layover on Rock and Roller Coaster starting Aerosmith with the Muppets. Tonio Tower says, yay, I see the back of Tower Terror. Let me see if I can get it in frame and shot right now. How about that? There you go. Got the Tower of Terror for you. Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, couldn't you just post it in chat? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Captain Mickey Mouse. Posting what? Not sure what you're referring to. Hala says, Mickey's House of Mouse. Tonio Tower says, I would enjoy a Guardians Land too, since it's just my favorite Marvel series. Well, what about Disney California Adventure, Tonio Tower? Tonio Tower says, I'm Groot, and I do love the Monsters After Dark layover. Captain Mickey Mouse says she should be invited to Disney Festival of the Arts 2025. Randy says, I told you that you are awesome, John. Everything is awesome. John with Fun to Be Free, I think, is pretty cool too, Randy. Well, thank you for that. No, I do appreciate that John with Fun to Be Free is being told by Randy that he thinks I'm awesome. Thank you, Randy. I'm glad you're here. I really do enjoy when Randy's in the chat. Paula says, hey, Tonio Tower, do you also like John Cena? Auntie B says, hello, everyone. Well, welcome in, welcome back, Auntie B. It's nice to have you back as well. Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, you haven't subbed to Scary Mary TV. Captain Mickey Mouse. Tonio Tower says, doesn't John play Peter? At Hala. Festival of Imagination says, sadly. You're fine. Festival Imagination said, sadly, it's very late here for us and we are going to have to say good night. Just wanted to say hi. We'll see you all tomorrow. Enjoy the show. Well, thank you so much for checking in and saying hello and happy Easter, Festival Imagination. Have a great night. Auntie B says, hello, John. Well, hello there, Auntie B. Sonic says, have a good night at Festival Imagination. Tony Otara says, have a good night, Festival. Paula says, no, but I overheard that John Cena is playing a real-life action Wreck-It Ralph, the movie. Really neat. Auntie B says, I mean, hello, everyone. I got it, Auntie B. Tony Otara says, yay. Paula, can't wait to see real-life Wreck-It Ralph. Tony Otara says, hello, Auntie. Captain Mickey Mouse says, remember, no dining package tonight because one show of Fantasmic. Yeah, but the sign's still posted, Captain Mickey Mouse. Wouldn't they cover it up? MCM says, quick chat before Fantasmic. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, Fantasmic. No. John with Fun to Be Free loves Fantasmic MCM. I still like it that you're joining us. I highly recommend or encourage you to stay for the show. This is a world-class entertainment venue and show here at Disney's Hollywood Studios MCM. I'm glad you're here though. Paula says, guest star John Cena, Tony Otara. MCM says, but if you're in the middle of the crowd, you'll get to hear the entire 5.5-minute Fantastic music. MCM, it's a big auditorium. No matter where we're going to be in here, we're going to get to experience Fantasmic and hear the audio. We're not going to miss it, trust me. We're going to have a great view right here. Randy says, you have become a rock star, John. Oh, Randy, thank you for that. I wouldn't call myself a rock star. You know, Steven Tyler, he's the rock star. John with Fun to Be Free is just pretty cool, right? He's bringing you live streaming coverage from Disney's Hollywood Studios. And of course, as everybody is well aware, we're broadcasting live here at the Hollywood Hills for the upcoming Fantasmic at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But Randy, thank you again. I appreciate it though. Randy says, you have become a rock star, John. Disney cast crew. Oh, chat's jumping. Hold on. Jumping a lot. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hey John, welcome back to the channel, Disney cast crew member Monique. Oh, I'm glad you're back in town. I do believe Disney cast crew member Monique is joined another channel's team, if you will. Would you like to share anything about that, Monique? I'm very interested to hear. Christopher Chavez says, hi there, Disney cast crew member Monique. And Corey, welcome back. Corey goes by the last name handle of DLOUHY. Always a pleasure to have Corey back in the chat. Says, hello, John. Well, hello there, Corey. Sonic says, yes, smoosh the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. Okay, you got it, Sonic. Because Sonic said that I will pop up the subscribe banner and say, yes, smoosh the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. So with John with Fun to Be Free is calling all explorers, if you haven't done so already, if you haven't actually Hulk smashed that like button, in 3, 2, 1, smash it good, let's go, do it now. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi Chris. And Sonic says, hi at Disney cast crew member Monique. Randy says, as a reminder, please smack, press, touch, hit, pound, tap, squish, squash, or even smoosh that like button on the way in. Well, thank you for that, Randy. I appreciate that as well. Again, Randy says, as a reminder, please smack, press, touch, hit, pound, tap, squish, squash, or even smoosh that like button on the way in. The crowd is, of course, growing in size. You can see it off in the distance. It's almost filling the entire amphitheater on the opposite side, on the far side of the venue as well. Paula says, movie Sonic and John Cena. Disney cast crew member Monique says, happy Easter. Well, happy Easter to you and everybody in the chat and viewing us live as well. Disney cast crew member Monique. Monique also says, hi Sonic, and Tony Otara says, hi Monique. Hey Tony Otara, there's an updated look. Oh, hello there, we're live on YouTube right now. Hello, nice to see you. Oh, I'm John with Fun to Be Free. So, at Fun to Be Free. @ Fun to Be Free. @ Fun to Be Free. But Tony Otara, you can see the Tower Hotel right there. Tony Otara says, hi Monique, and Captain Mickey Mouse says, hey John, could you ask if we could see the theater after Fantasmic? You might have time. You never know, Captain Mickey Mouse. You just never know what's in store. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi Tony, and Tony Otara says, heck, when at Holla. I'm still catching up with Marvel. and DC. Auntie B says Happy Easter, everyone, in the chat. Oh, the chat continues to roll, so it is jumping fast. Hold on a second, I gotta go find my spot. I do not know where we are. Hold on, I am rewinding. Be kind and rewind your VHS tape. I'm still looking where we are. I believe we're with Timothy. Welcome in, welcome back, Timothy. Timothy says, fun to be free. Oh yeah, certainly.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
So we just smooshed down Sonic. Sonic likes saying smooshed, the like button. Timothy says, fun to be free, happy Easter. Welcome in, welcome back to the channel, Timothy. We're, of course, broadcasting live from Disney's Hollywood Studios for the upcoming Fantasmic show at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. But Timothy, happy Easter to you as well. Tony O'Tower says, you too, Auntie. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi B. And of course, Monique says, hi Timothy. Tony O'Tower says, and happy Easter, Timothy. Sonic says, this one is different than the one at Disneyland. Whoa. Oh yeah, so there are two different shows. Completely different, but similar, if you will, Sonic. Both of them have their own special magic sauce, Sonic. Timothy says, are you doing Fantasmic? You are correct, Timothy. We are here about to experience Fantasmic in less than 19 minutes. Stay tuned for Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios. Sonic says, Timothy, yes. Tony O'Tower says, I'm amazed how packed the theater is. I thought the show wasn't until 10 p.m. As it turns out, Tony O'Tower, it's 8:30 p.m. tonight, only one showing here at the Walt Disney World Resort inside Disney's Hollywood Studios. Sonic says, at Tony O'Tower, Hollywood Studios closes at 9. You're right. Christopher Chavez says, hey John, Monique, and I are going to say some lines from Fantasmic. Please do, Christopher Chavez. Please do. Please share during the show. Disney cast crew member Monique says, you got it, entertainment partner Chris. Yeah, I love it. They're going to do a tag team. Everybody is in for a real treat. Randy says, welcome back, Christopher. Magic Adventures back in the chat. Welcome in, welcome back. Magic Adventures, of course. Shout out to Magic Adventures. Magic Adventures is spelled M-A-J-I-C Adventures, streaming live on YouTube. Magic Adventures also does live streams from the Walt Disney World Resort as well. Once this live stream concludes, once John with Fun to Be Free's live stream concludes, go check out Magic Adventures. Mike and Jen do a great job. I'm thinking you're going to want to like and subscribe. You're going to return to Magic Adventures. They are just such delightfully warm people, and you will adore them. I encourage you to head over there once this live stream concludes, like and subscribe. But Magic Adventures is, hi all. Well, hello there, Magic Adventures. MCM says, sorry to cut short, but I'm bailing out from Fantasmic because I don't like the hero scene. Too much character singing and John. Be careful of that archive recording, could be copyrighted. Yeah, I think it is, MCM, but that's okay. Just enjoy. You could always rewind the actual live stream later, MCM, and fast forward if you prefer. 211, welcome in, welcome back. 211 joining us again. 211 says, this is good, but Flock of Seagulls at Epcot was better. Oh, so 211 joined us when we actually experienced the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, and we actually had the opportunity to listen to the Flock of Seagulls song. 211, you want to sing it for us in the chat? Tony O'Tower says, it was 10 o'clock p.m. the other night at Sonic. I was watching another stream where they held a late night showing. Yeah, some days there's more than one show, Tony O'Tower, based on attendance here at the Walt Disney World Resort. Randy says, welcome back, Magic. So in other words, Magic Adventures, Randy's talking about. MCM says, everything else is okay, but sorry, I have to bail out. Happy Easter, though. Talk to you later. Okay, MCM, thank you for joining us. Happy Easter to you. We'll see you tomorrow. Sonic says, all right, at MCM. Have a great night. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, boo, DC, come on, Epcot Galaxy Hero. Oh, come on. Tony O'Tower says, wait, the park closes at 9 on Sundays? Apparently it does. I believe I can double check that in the My Disney Experience app, Tony O'Tower. Let me pull out the bat phone and we can double check, just because. I could actually enable the wireless feature on the bat phone, so I could send the actual wireless phone screen over to your device at home if you give me just a second. I just have to set it up. I'll be right with you here.
Good evening. Fantasmic will begin in just 15 minutes. During the performance, the lights in the theater will be dim. For everyone's safety, we ask that you remain in your seats until the lighting level returns to normal. And for the safety of our performers, the use of laser pointers during the show is strictly prohibited. Thank you and enjoy the show.
In just a few moments, the animation will come off the screen over to the right-hand side, thus revealing the My Disney Experience app. We're going to check out the actual theme park hours here for Disney's Hollywood Studios this evening. Stay tuned for that in just a moment. All right, so you're looking at the My Disney Experience app. It's so nice and welcoming. It says, "Hello, John." And here we go. So near the top of the screen now, over towards the right-hand side, it says Sunday, April 20th, Disney's Hollywood Studios, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So indeed, Disney's Hollywood Studios closes tonight at 9 o'clock p.m. for anybody that is wondering in the live chat right now. So there you go. I'm going to take this graphic off the screen, though. Give me a second. And if you're new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell as well. If you're just joining us, we are currently in the Hollywood Hills near Sunset Boulevard at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Stay tuned. In about 13 minutes, we're going to experience Fantasmic here in the amphitheater. Well, we need to get back to the chat. Lots of chats rolling. Paula says, "Well, you see, I saw John Cena as game. Going to be playing the role as Wreck-It Ralph, and he's going to be working with the movie Sonic. Is going to be playing himself as Tony Tower." Randy says, "I thought you were out drinking Beverly with Potato yesterday." Oh, Randy. Yeah, I like Randy. I like when Randy's here. No, as it turns out, Randy, I was actually hanging out with Scary Mary TV. So Neri and Benny from Scary Mary TV and Magic Adventures, Mike and Jen, as well. Randy. So Disney Cruise and Theme Park Guide I was also hanging out with too as well, Randy. So we had just a nice time at an undisclosed location yesterday evening. So see you at Disney Cruise and Theme Park. I'm adjusting the camera battery levels. My attention is drawn to my technical setup. Hold on a second. Let me just make a few adjustments. I'm not as focused as I am on the chat right now. Give me a second. But back to Randy's statement. Oh, the chat jumped again. Hold on. I gotta go find Randy's statement. It's really jumping. Lots of people in the chat. Lots of chit-chatters going on. Oh, I'm scrolling through the chat. Hold on a second. I'm working on it. Here we go. Randy says, "John, I thought you were out drinking Beverly with Potato yesterday." That's funny, Randy. I'm enjoying that. Timothy says, "Good night." Well, have a great night, Timothy. Happy Easter. Disney cast crew member Monique says, "Hi, Jen." Epcot Galaxy Hero says, "Boo, fantastic. Bring back Harmonious." Yeah, Epcot Galaxy Hero likes his Epcot. Tonio Tower says, "Can't wait to see the movie. Holla. I'll likely upgrade to my ticket to IMAX if it's available." Real quick, I'm going to go back to Epcot Galaxy Hero. Epcot Galaxy Hero, Fantasmic's a great show. I encourage you to stay. You might change your mind. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, "Replace Tower of Terror." No way, Epcot Galaxy Hero. There's nothing like that world-class attraction right over there. Tonio Tower says, "Be right back." Okay. Tonio Tower says, "What? Do you want it replaced?" At Epcot. Magic Adventure says, "Hey there, Tony." Magic Adventure says, "Hi, Monique." The chat keeps rolling, and every time it jumps, John with Fun to Be Free is having a tough time keeping up. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Good evening. The thrilling spectacle of Fantasmic is now just 10 minutes away. We would like to remind you that the lights in the theater will be dimmed during the performance. For everyone's safety, please remain in your seats until the lighting levels return to normal. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the show.
So back to the chat. Magic Adventure says, hi Monique. Antonio Tyler says, hi Magic. Captain Mickey Mouse says, just Hollywood Studios tonight or Epcot, also because extended evening hours. Probably most likely only Disney's Hollywood Studios tonight, Captain Mickey Mouse. Paula says, do you also like movie Sonic Tower of Terror? Sonic says, the Disneyland one is really small, Fantasmic compared to this. Oh, I wouldn't say so, Sonic. Sonic, the Disneyland one is on the entire rivers of America, where this is an amphitheater. So you get to enjoy views from all over New Orleans Square. Captain Mickey Mouse says, sit in the scar. It's all the way down, John. I like it up here. I could zoom in from up here. We could get a wide and a close-up shot from up here, Captain Mickey Mouse. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, I'm joking. Tower of Terror is fun. Okay, good. That's the spirit of Epcot Galaxy Hero. Randy says, the chat is on fire tonight. It certainly is. Randy knows what he's talking about. So if you're new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the notification bell as well. Magic Adventure says Captain Mickey extended his are only for guests at certain resorts. The chat keeps rolling though. Randy says 38 likes, you're doing great, John. All right, so I think what Randy's going to call for is John with Fun to Be Free is going to say, calling all explorers. We're going to do a countdown starting with number 3, going to end with the number 1. Once we come to the number 1, I'm going to call for everybody to smash the like button that if you haven't done so already. So in 3, 2, 1, smash that like button. Do it now. Let's go. Do it now. Tony O'Tower says, you got me good at Epcot. I nearly dropped 131 feet. Epcot Galaxy Hero says, shout out to Theme Parks Assemble that does live streams at Disney and soon to be Epic Universe. Yeah, shout out to Theme Parks Assemble. Once this live stream is over, once it's completed, we're not ending now, but once it is, go check out Theme Park Assembles. They do good work on YouTube. So shout out to Theme Parks Assemble. Give them a like and subscribe as well. Support your local live streamer. Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, I could help you meet up with Resort TV 1 tomorrow if you want. Oh, Captain Mickey Mouse, you could arrange that? Magic Adventure says, hey there, cruise and theme park guide. Yeah, so real quick, John with Fun to Be Free was hanging out with Magic Adventures and cruise and theme park guide last night. It was very, very fun. Randy says, how is Mark 6 Frank doing today? Randy, old Marky boy is doing very well. So what Randy's referring to is Frankenstein Mark 6, my camera rig. The camera that you're viewing on right now, I call it Frankenstein Mark 6, and it's holding up very well, Randy. Magic Adventure says, hey, let's all stay focused on John's stream. Let's not be talking about other streamers. Okay, Magic Adventures, take Magic Adventures advice. Paula says, sometimes I think Mickey Mouse owns Disneyland. It's because he's in charge. Maybe, possibly. Big Cheese himself. Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, they're not Disney confirmed that already. I'm not sure what you're saying, Captain Mickey Mouse. Randy says, hey Sonic. Captain Mickey Mouse says, you know they already confirmed Monsters Inc. plans. Oh, okay, I think I know what you're saying now. Yeah, so it's announced, it's happening. It is happening, Captain Mickey Mouse. No doubt. Sonic says, hey Randy, how are you? Sonic says, I am? Yes. Sonic says, thanks John. Along with I am leaving the lights off. Hold on, chat's jumping. Chat's jumping, I gotta go find my spot. Sonic says, I'm leaving the lights off since this is gonna be in theater mode. Yeah, we're at night here. Sonic says it's dark in my loft. Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, it's a whole rock and roller coaster within Muppets like that. You're right, Captain Mickey Mouse. Paula says, if they make Mickey Mouse House of Mouse 2. Timothy says, meet and greet Easter Bunny yesterday. Timothy says, Easter Bunny parade today and yesterday. Disney cast crew member Monique says, Chris, almost set for the entertainment? I know I am. And Timothy says, a little Easter Bunny, little emoji icon. Sonic says, by the way, I was DJing for myself just before your live stream tonight. Very cool, Sonic. I bet you're very talented at DJing. I still have the chat rolling and jumping. Hold on, I gotta figure out where we are. It just keeps moving very quickly here. Timothy says, are you going to be on this week live? Yeah, Timothy, I plan to go live tomorrow at 2 o'clock from the Walt Disney World Resort. Join me then. Timothy says, have a great Easter. You as well, Timothy. Randy says, welcome back, Timothy. Timothy says, is Kim Possible in the chat? I haven't seen Kim Possible. And Ubaldo Garcia says, good evening from Venezuela. I do believe Ubaldo Garcia is a new subscriber to Fun to Be Free. It's nice to meet you, Ubaldo Garcia. We are here, of course, for Fantasmic this evening in less than 5 minutes here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Welcome to the channel, Ubaldo Garcia. Randy says, for those who haven't yet, please show your support by hitting the subscribe, smashing the like, and hitting the notification button so you never miss a moment of the magic. John is here every day at 2 o'clock. Timothy says, have you met Drew in the moment? Talk to you on a Monday. They're like, no, I have not. I have not, Timothy. I have not had the opportunity to meet Drew in the moment. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi, Garcia. And Christopher Chavez says, yes, Monique, all ready for Fantasmic. Alex reveals is saying that John with Fun to Be Free is too loud. I'll pipe down. Captain Mickey Mouse, the chat's jumping. Chat is jumping. Hold on, I gotta find my spot in the chat. There's a lot of chats rolling right now. Hold on, still looking where we're at. The chat is rolling fast and furious right now. Captain Mickey Mouse says, yes, the Rock and Roller Coaster's closing date soon. Hasn't announced yet by Walt Disney World officially. Oh, really, Captain Mickey Mouse? Randy says, bienvenido, Ubaldo. And Disney cast crew member Monique says, great, Chris, my partner. Tiffany says, enjoy Fantasmic. We will. Sonic says, hi, Ubaldo Garcia. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi, Alex. Randy says, welcome in, Alex. Captain Mickey Mouse says, at Alex Reveals, please be nice and come say hello. Tiffany says, enjoy Fantasmic. Andre Luis, welcome in, welcome back, says, hello from Brazil. I'm here again. Always tuned, nice live stream. Well, thank you, Andre Luis. Nice to have you back as well. Randy says, bon dia, Andre, welcome. Captain Mickey Mouse says, Disney has said the Muppets is moving info Rock and Roller Coaster building, so that means total refurbishment. Or just, the show layover, if you will, Captain Mickey Mouse. I've got Galaxy Hero says, chat chaos, possibly. Disney cast crew Monique says, I might, oh no, the chat keeps really rolling now. Hold on. Monique says, I might have been in some channels, I guess, or I've been everywhere, John. Yeah, Monique is joined a lot of channels, I guess. Magic Adventure says, hey, John. Africa Galaxy Hero says, Monique, I might have seen. And Disney cast crew member Monique says, Galaxy, hi. And Andre Cristoforo, I believe is how you say it. Andre Cristoforo, we're right behind you. Oh, well, hello there. Nice to see you. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi, Andre. Randy says, welcome everyone at Fantasmic. Captain Mickey Mouse says, Andre, say hello. Hold on, the chat's still rolling. Hold on, still rolling. Randy says, welcome, Andre. Cruise and Theme Park Guide says, hey, Monique. Captain Mickey Mouse says, John, look behind you. Yeah, I did. I said hello, Captain Mickey Mouse. Sonic says, I really am getting lost in chat, just like John. Yeah, exactly. Chat's rolling like crazy. Oh, we're doing the wave! How fun is that?
So that's the best time to go.
Let's get back to the chat though. Monique says jumping like rabbits. Anthony, oh, we got another wave coming. They got another wave coming. Whoa! So much fun. Auntie B says, make sure you smash that like button. Well, thank you so much, Auntie B, because Auntie B said that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell as well. Sonic says, all right. Sonic says, 8:12 p.m. Randy says, as a reminder, please smack, press, touch, hit, pound, tap, squish, squash. We're going to swoosh that like button on the way. Oh, we got another wave coming. Going back and going and coming. Here it comes again. So cool, isn't it? Whoa, we got another one going. Yeah, this is so cool. Oh my God, it's gonna come back again. Here we go, get ready. It's coming again.
Welcome to
Oh!
Tonight, our friend and host Mickey Mouse uses his vivid imagination to create magical imagery for all to enjoy.
Nothing is more wonderful than the imagination. For in a moment, you can experience a beautiful fantasy or an exciting adventure. But beware, nothing is more powerful than the imagination. For it can also expand your greatest fears into an overwhelming nightmare. Are the powers of Mickey's incredible imagination strong enough and bright enough to withstand the evil forces that invade Mickey's dream? You are about to find out. For we now invite you to join Mickey and experience Fantasmic, a journey beyond your wildest imagination.
What I love most about rivers is you can't step in the same river twice. The water's always changing, always flowing. But people, I guess, can't live like that. We all must pay a price. To be safe, we lose our chance of ever knowing what's around the river bend, waiting just around the river bend.
Ahead of the hitman, one hit ahead of the flock. I think I'll take a stroll around the block. Hey, he's over there! Come on, this way! Let's go! My name there, watch me, I'm doing it. All I gotta do is jump! They'd find out there's so much more to me. So far, no one understood.
I am the daughter of the village chief. We are descended from voyagers who found their way across the world. They call me, and the call is out there and all that's inside me. It's like the tide always
is thy beauty, majesty. Behold, 3 lovelier maids I see, and here, in Mickey's imagination, beauty and love will always survive.
A magic spell in the black of night with a scream of fright and a bolt of light. Turn my hair to white. Now I'll turn that little mouse's dream into a nightmare Fantasmic. Imagine this. Magic mirror on the wall. All the forces of evil I call.
You have the power to control.
His mind. It's so exciting. I'm happy. Tonight, let's do the job and take his spirit tonight.
Yes. Perfect. It's too late, coward.
It's time to say goodbye to Mickey. Enter the game of wonder. And now you'll see how snake-like I can be.
Oh, look! A magic lamp! Maybe if I just rub it and wish...
Mickey's universe is mine to command. He is Walt. Okay, fine. I'm cool. Fine. So, Mickey's thoughts arose so low. Oh, you'll love this. One more thing.
for your cooperation and have a wonderful evening.
Oh, hello there. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you so much. We go live 2 o'clock every day. See you tomorrow. Take care. Walt Disney World. My favorite.
Me too.
I'm an Epcot man.
Yeah. I like Hollywood.
Oh, good. It's amazing. Fantasmic's really cool.
Is it a live or audio?
Live, YouTube.
What is the...
At Fun to Be Free. At sign. I'll wait. So at sign Fun to Be Free on YouTube.
At sign?
At sign Fun to Be Free. Oh, not plus, but yeah, that's me. Yeah, that'll work.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Perfect. I'm subscribing it. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your stay. Yay! So I think the last chat we left off on was Randy. You the man, Randy. Says, as a reminder, please smack, press, touch, hit, pound, tap, squish, squash, or even smoosh that like button on the way in. If you just joined us, we just enjoyed Fantasmic from Disney's Hollywood Studios here at the Walt Disney World Resort here in Central Florida. If you look carefully, this auditorium, the Hollywood Hills, this venue for Fantasmic was completely packed this evening. There was only one showing at 8:30 p.m. here at Disney's Hollywood Studios for Fantasmic. You can see the upper level, if you will, is completely jam-packed and chaotic with all the various happy guests that they just experienced Fantasmic, and they're headed out towards the guest exit right now. Of course, they have to traverse through the Hollywood Hills, down to Sunset Boulevard, back to Hollywood Boulevard, then out the guest entrance. But let's jump into the actual chat. We got lots of chat messages to cover, so let's see what we can do here. Hala says, you should always eat healthy things and stay away from junk food, and also make sure to brush your teeth in the morning and at night. That's an excellent suggestion, Hala. Thank you. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi, Hala. And Fabio Pimentel says, I'm here, bro. Andre Luis says, Randy, hello, thank you. Sonic says, weather is good over there, John. You're good to go with the show. Excellent. Thank you for the update, Sonic. Hey. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi, Fabio. Randy says, welcome, Fabio. Andre Luis says, at Disney cast crew member Monique, hi, Disney. And NAFE KEOCK, is this your only job? This is a hobby. It's a passion of mine. A very, very neat hobby. I love doing this. Love bringing you live streaming coverage from the Walt Disney World Resort. Andre Lewis says, hi, Captain Mickey Mouse. Hi, Captain. Hala says, Disneyland is so very pretty when the sun goes down. But what about the Walt Disney World Resort, Hala? Randy says, your avatar says a lot about you, John. You picked Vader. Oh, Randy. Randy's talking about my Disney Experience app. When I popped it up, it shows Darth Vader. I just like Darth Vader as a Junior Explorer, Randy. Sonic says, I just hope there's no standing ovations while I'm watching. Captain Mickey Mouse says, hello. Somebody tapped John's shoulder, I think. I don't know what exactly Captain Mickey Mouse is saying. Disney cast crew member Monique says, right, Sonic. Nickelodeon says, hello, John. I'm your biggest fan, and I'm really inspired by your love for Disney. I love... Oh, jump into the live chat. We'll have a conversation in the live chat. Disney cast crew member Monique says, right, Sonic. Nickelodeon says, hello, John. I'm your biggest fan and really inspired by your love for Disney. I hope your channel continues to grow and make more people's days beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Nickelodeon. Thank you for being here. As you're probably aware, John with Fun to Be Free actually worked at the Disneyland Resort for 22 years. That's right. John with Fun to Be Free worked at Disneyland in Anaheim, California, and Disney California Adventure for 22 years. During the tenure there, I actually drove the floats in the Main Street Electrical Parade and actually worked the Fantasmic show at Disneyland on the Rivers of America. This Fantasmic show here at Disney's Hollywood Studios brings back a lot of memories working over at Disneyland. And NAFE KEOCK said, I subscribe. Disney is so beautiful. What's your favorite park, John? Oh, it's Epcot. Epcot, definitely an Epcot person. Disney cast crew member Monique says, Nickelodeon, hi. Sonic says, I always like them bubbles. That's right. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Randy says, very kind words, Nickelodeon. Well, yeah, thank you again, Nickelodeon. Disney cast crew member Monique says, bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. And Charles Ferrer, welcome back, welcome in. Charles Ferrer says, good evening, foolish mortals. Always nice to have Charles Ferrer here. Charles Ferrer says, I just got back from Great Wolf Lodge, which is only second to Disney, but Great Wolf Lodge does a great job with their water park, don't they, Charles? Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi, Charles. Cruise and Theme Park Guide fan, hold on, chat jumper, hold on. Cruise and Theme Park Guide says, fun times indeed. I was over at Epic Universe and was happy to join afterwards. That's right. So if you just joined us right now, John with Fun to Be Free actually had the opportunity to hang out with Cruise and Theme Park Guide yesterday at an undisclosed location along with Magic Adventures and Scary Mary TV as well. So bottom line, John with Fun to Be Free is saying, once this live stream concludes, once it's over, we're not ending now, but once it does, go check out Cruise and Theme Park Guide on YouTube. Cruise and Theme Park Guide actually does live streaming videos from the Walt Disney World Resort and Universal's Epic Universe as well. Shout out to Cruise and Theme Park Guide. Randy says, welcome back, Charles. And Hala says, drink plenty of water. That's right, another good tip, Hala. Ryan Wesley back in the chat says, I went to Knott's today. That's very cool, Ryan Wesley. Do you have any things you'd like to share about Knott's Berry Farm in Buena Park, California? Disney cast crew member Monique says, cheers to water. Magic Adventure says, we had a blast last night. I agree, Magic Adventure, so much fun. Fabio Pimentel says, Nickelodeon, no, I'm in as big as Dando. If you insist, Fabio Pimentel. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi, Ryan. Sonic says, I will sit back and relax. Disney cast crew member Monique says, 10 minutes. Oh, so we're probably still 10 minutes till showtime. I'm still catching up on the chats. Ryan Wesley says, hello, DCCCMMM. Is that for MCM? Hala says, drink plenty of water. That's right. Christopher Chavez says, okay, Monique, I'm all ready to say my lines. Okay, Disney cast crew Monique says, get excited, everyone. Get ready for the magic. Sonic says, ugh, maybe I thought it was a smallish at Disneyland due to me not being in full screen mode. Well, it's gigantic on New Orleans Square and in the Rivers of America, Sonic. Cruise and Theme Park Guide says something, but the chat keeps rolling and jumping. Crisscross will make it jump. I gotta find the chat. It really jumped. Hold on. Hold on here. Hold on. Christopher Chavez says, okay, Monique, I'm ready to say my lines. Disney cast crew member Monique says, get excited, everyone, to get ready for the magic. We got that. Hold on. Cruise and Theme Park Guide says, TPA is awesome. Disney cast crew member Monique says, Michael, yay. And Monique says, shout out to everyone. Fabio Pimentel says, 7 minutes. Oh my God. Scoot Adventures. Oh, Scoot Adventures is joining us too. Well, welcome in, welcome back, Scoot Adventures. It's nice to have you as well. Shout out to Scoot Adventures. Scoot Adventures actually does live streaming videos from the Walt Disney World Resort as well. Once this live stream concludes, go check out Scoot Adventures on YouTube. And Ashley, PIOTROWSKI says, happy Easter. Hello there, Ashley. And happy Easter to you as well. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi, Scooter. Monique says, you too, Ashley. Captain Mickey Mouse says, have fun to be free. You said there, keep rocking roller coaster, but it's not. But they're going to retain the infrastructure, the ride system, the show building, the trains. They're going to retain all that. They're just going to change the show, Captain Mickey Mouse. The show they're changing it to, of course, is the Muppets. Magic Adventure says, hi, Scooter. And Ashley says, are you going to see them bag the mermaid? Oh, Ashley might know something that a lot of people in the chat may be interested in. Disney cast crew member Monique says, 5 minutes, Chris, before it comes. And Chan Mia, I do believe is a new subscriber as well, says, very clear weather. Disney cast, oh, hold on, chat keeps rolling, just keeps jumping. Just keeps rolling, just keeps jumping. Hold on a second. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi, Chan. And Chan Mia says, hi, everyone. Christopher Chavez says, it's showtime. So, of course, we're probably about 8:30 p.m. We're still backed up on the chat, trying to get through it as much as possible. Ryan Wesley says, Scooter! Ryan Wesley. Disney cast crew member Monique says, here we go. Ryan Wesley says, keep up the good work. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Ryan Wesley. Andy with an A says, hey, everyone. Welcome in, welcome back, Andy. Nice to have you here as well. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hi, Andy. Auntie B says, John, you're doing a fantastic job. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Auntie B. Andy says, hey there, Monique. Chat is jump. And hold on. Wow, it jumped. That was a leap. We just went over a cliff. Hold on. I got to go back and find where we're at. Wow, okay. Scary Mary TV. Oh, welcome in, welcome back. Says, so exciting. We're going to see Fantasmic. Hugs to all in the chat. Benny and I are here enjoying Fun to Be Free, the best place to be. That's right, Scary Mary TV. And of course, if you've just joined us, we just watched Fantasmic here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Once this live stream concludes, I'd encourage you to go check out Scary Mary TV on YouTube. Disney cast crew member Monique says, Benny, Neri, hi. Randy says, welcome back, Scary Mary. Great interview on John. Oh, Randy, I'm glad you enjoyed that. So shout out to Scary Mary TV. Neri and Benny interviewed John with Fun to Be Free. So I'd encourage you, once the live stream concludes, go check out the interview that Benny and Neri did. They did a very, very well done, spectacular job. So, but yeah, Randy, yeah, they're good at what they're doing. Okay, we got some fireworks, some pyro off in the distance. Disney cast crew member Monique says, almost showtime. And Monique says, is everyone ready? Monique says, Mickey time.
Hi guys.
Showtime. Yeah, the cast members, thank you for making the magic. Cast members want us to get going because, you know, they're busy cleaning. So we're going to head out. Christopher Chavez says, ready, Monique? Monique says, yes. And Monique says, welcome to Fantasmic. Tonight, our friend and host, Mickey Mouse, uses his vivid imagination to create magical imagery for all to enjoy. Nothing is more wonderful than the imagination. For in a moment, I love this. Christopher Chavez says, welcome to Fantasmic. Tonight, our friend and host, Mickey Mouse, uses his vivid imagination to create magical imagery for all to enjoy. Monique says, you could experience a beautiful fantasy or an exciting adventure, but beware. Nothing is more powerful than the imagination, for it can also expand your greatest fears into an overwhelming nightmare. Sonic says, yes. And Sonic says, enjoy, everyone. Monique says, are the powers of Mickey's incredible imagination strong enough and bright enough to withstand the evil forces that invade Mickey's dream? You are about to find out, for we now invite you to join, here we go, Mickey and experience Fantasmic, a journey beyond your wildest imagination. Hala says, oh, Mickey Mouse. Monique says, imagination, imagination dream, a fantastic dream. Use your imagination. Dun, da 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 dun, da 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 da. Hey, wow, John Fun to be Free is putting on his own show here. Sonic says, yeah, so it is similar. Mickey's dreams, very similar, Sonic, very similar. Randy says, have a great night, everyone. John, be careful out there. Have a safe drive home. Oh, thank you, Randy. I appreciate that. You the man, Randy. Monique says, have a magical night, Randy. And Sonic says, night, Randy. Hala says, Mickey Mouse is just as cuter than the Pokemon named Pikachu. Monique says, see it in your mind and you can find in your imagination mysteries, magic, visions, fantastic, leading to strange and wondrous dreams. Da, 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 da. Hala says, wow, it's almost like magic. And Monique says, wow, flowers. Tony O'Tower says, thank you for the show. You're welcome, Tony O'Tower. Sonic says, just that at the Disneyland Fantasmic show, they warn guests that they will get wet if they are way in the front. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Sonic. You nailed it with that announcement. Yep. And Monique says, hey, it looks like a jungle out there. Tony O'Tower says, now I got the show theme looping in my head. That's right, Tony O'Tower. John with Fun to Be Free goes to sleep at night with the Fantasmic song in his head because I've worked the Fantasmic show at Disneyland so many times from, you know, on the island, if you will. At Disney cast crew member Monique says, Rafiki and the monkeys. So we're at of course, the barges. Tony O'Tower, it looks like, you know, Saturday Night Fever emoji icons. Hala says, when you wish upon a star, make your decisions who you are. Okay, chat's jumping. I gotta find my spot. Hold on. Oh man, it was really jumping. Boy, oh boy, it's jumping. Scary Mary TV says, wow, the stream looks amazing. Oh, thank you for the update, Scary Mary TV. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And Monique says, Jiminy Cricket bringing his hat inside the bubble with him. What? Huh? There's his bubble fills with water and pops. He noticed a fish swimming. Huh? And Monique says, Mickey Mouse, help. Whoa, he's swallowed by the darkness. It is, his eyes are visible on screen. Oh, hey, what's going on? Oh, I could use a little help here. Hello. And Magic Adventure says, doesn't it, Scary Mary? Hala says, it's almost kind of like magic. Benny Rodriguez, welcome in, welcome back. That's nice to see Benny Rodriguez. In other words, Benny Rodriguez, you did a great job, along with Neri, on the interview on, of course, Scary Mary TV. Benny Rodriguez says, wow, looks great. I know how hard it is to film bright lights in the dark. Yeah. So yeah, Benny Rodriguez is commenting on the camera. So my camera did a good job tonight, apparently. So way to go, Pocket 3. Disney cast crew member Monique says, Pocahontas just around the river bend. And Sonic says, and Miko? Hey. Monique says, Mulan, be a man. Mickey Mouse says, magic to my ears, Hala says. Monique says, Aladdin, one jump. Da 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 da. Cruise and Theme Park Guide says, have fun to be free. Amazing low light performance on the camera tonight. Oh, but Cruise and Theme Park Guide also has a Pocket 3. So, of course, I'm sure you get good results as well. John with Fun to Be Free loves his DJI Pocket 3 Cruise and Theme Park Guide. Disney cast crew member Monique says, one jump ahead of the swing ahead of the flock. Disney cast crew member Monique also says, here it goes. Wish me happy landing. All I got to do is jump. And Monique says, Elsa, show yourself. Stephen Rocky Singleton, welcome in, welcome back, says, hello, everyone from Wyoming. Tony O'Tower says, one jump ahead. That's right. It's a little dark here. I'm navigating through the darkness. There is actually stanchions flanking me left and right side. Tonio Tower says 1 jump ahead. Yeah, we got that. Okay, let's keep going here. Got to get to the chat. It keeps rolling though. Monique says, Moana, the daughter of the village chief. Tonio Tower says, hi, Steve. Monique says, hi, Steven. Sonic says, hi, Steve. Scary Mary TV says, well, there is no way you could watch this and not feel like you're there. This is really streaming beautifully. Make sure everyone smashes the like and subscribe button. Oh, that's so kind of you, Scary Mary TV. So I'm going to pop up the subscribe banner and I'm going to reread Scary Mary TV's last statement. It says, wow. There is no way you could watch this and not feel like you're there. This is really streaming beautifully. Make sure everyone smashes the like and subscribe button. Thank you again, Scary Mary TV, Neri. And Monique says, I see the helpers too. Tonio Tower says, hi, Scary Mary. Sonic says, we're in Fantasmic right now. That's right, Sonic. Tonio Tower says, agree, Mary, such a quality show. Stephen Rocky Singleton says, that's my girlfriend, Moana. Oh, yeah? Disney cast crew member Monique says, shout out to Ryan. And Ryan, I do believe, is a new subscriber, Ryan Konarski. Ryan, welcome and welcome to the channel. I'm John. We generally go live 2 o'clock daily from the Walt Disney World Resort. It says, talk to the girl. And we have another new subscriber, I think, as well, NOHZY TV. NOHZY TV says, say hi to the girl, Kiara, K-E-R-I-I. Well, hello there, Kiara. I'm John with Fun to Be Free. Thank you for subscribing, NOHZY TV and Ryan, Konarski. Disney cast crew member Monique says, shout out to Ryan. Ryan says, talk to the girl. Hold on. The chat jumped again. Monique says, hi, Kira. And NOHZY TV says, bro, Kira behind you. Oh my God, she's famous. NOHZY TV says, the Kira is behind you. It must be when we're in the amphitheater, the auditorium there. The chat keeps rolling, it keeps jumping. I'm losing my spot. Hold on. It is moving fast still. But we're catching up. Sonic says, at the, any remaining 3 parks are open. Possibly, I don't have the hours off the top of my head, but Magic Kingdom probably might be open till 10 o'clock is my guess. Could possibly be 11, but probably 10. Not quite certain. Still looking for the chats. We're still rolling. NOHZY TV says she's famous. Magic Adventures back in the chat says Sonic. Probably Epcot Fireworks. Magic Adventures is probably correct. Ryan says Kira. NOHZY TV says, bro, it's Kira. Ryan says she's famous on TikTok. Sonic says, I thought so. And Sonic says, thanks. Disney cast crew member Monique says, I do live streams in the Walt Disney World parks and Disney cruise and at home too. Yeah, I have it. I gotta go check it out, Monique. Magic Adventures says, let's keep the chat on Fun to Be Free. Thank you, Magic Adventures. Sonic says, I've seen many fireworks. Almost said thunderstorms, LOL. Back in the day, so I'm okay to miss that. I want to stay in here. Disney cast crew member Monique says, hope everyone is enjoying your weekend. Keep believing in wishes and dreams. If you keep on believing the dream that you wish will come true. Magic Adventures says, Monique, I've never seen you stream yet. Yeah, I haven't seen your streams yet. I was looking for them. Disney cast crew member Monique. Sonic says, you too at Disney cast crew member Monique. Hold on, chat's still rolling, still jumping. Still jumping and rolling. Hold on a second. Hello there. We're live on YouTube right now.
How many people?
Well, jump into the live chat. At Fun to Be Free. So at sign Fun to Be Free. At sign Fun to Be Free. On YouTube. That's me, John with Fun to Be Free. I don't know. Check it by going to your phone and go to at sign Fun to Be Free and check it there. I can't see right now. Have a great night.
You too. Bye, everyone.
I'm looking for the current chat. The chat is rolling so fast I can't keep up. Hold on. I gotta find it. Hold on, be right with you. Disney cast crew member Monique says, Jen, it's a stream from home soon next year. I'll do one in the cruise, okay? Scoot Adventures says, hi, I'm Magical Adventures. Hope you're doing well. Magic Adventures says, Monique, it's Mike. Let's keep the conversation on John. Thank you, Magic Adventures. Thank you, Mike. Magical Mike. Disney cast crew member Monique says, sure, cheers. Sonic says, you didn't have any blips during the show, John. Way to go. Awesome, Sonic. Awesome. Hello there.
These are your biggest fans.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's Ryan.
Hello there. I'm John with Fun to Be Free. Nice to see you.
He's the one that's commenting on live chat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's a girl. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Enjoy your stay.
Subscribe
Bye-bye.
to the channel.
That's right. Like, comment, subscribe. Hala says Disney Adventures. Magic Adventure says thanks, Scooter. Scooter Adventure says hi, Ryan. Thanks you and Scary Mary for joining our stream from Animal Kingdom today. Oh, Scooter Adventures was live on YouTube today. Sorry, Scooter. I've been so busy today. I'm working on my channel, trying to get out here to live stream. A lot of stuff going on today in the background, Scooter Adventures. I want to come see you maybe this coming weekend. Magic Adventure says thanks, Scooter. Hello. Magic Adventure says Sonic, great to see you. Monique says hope everyone has collected lots of Easter eggs too. Sonic says you too. Disney cast crew member Monique says the Easter Bunny was really happy. Sonic says me, I didn't want to subscribe to too many YouTube, sorry. But Sonic, you're here with us, that's all that matters. Magic Adventure says, why Sonic? Sonic says, just because I have a life too. Sorry it came out mean as Sonic. I like it when Sonic's here. Sonic says, I don't want to get tied down with many subscriptions, but I do enjoy Sonic being in Fun to Be Free's chat. I'll certainly say that. I like it when Sonic laughs at his own jokes. Magic Adventure says, even if you're subbed to a lot, you don't have to be on all of them. Sonic says, I know, but it will make me feel guilty. NOHZYTV says, Kira, behind you, bro. And Halamute says, when Mickey Mouse is weathering a magic wizard, that's almost kind of like when SpongeBob SquarePants was wearing a goofy goober wizard outfit. It is also his powerful guitar called the Goofy Goober. NOHZYTV says, oh, hold on, chat's still jumping. Go, it's Kira, I swear. And Monique says, I'm totally excited for Lilo & Stitch live action movie 2. Can't wait to see it. NOHZYTV says, go, it's the Kira Lords. And they also say, hold on, chat's still jumping. Still jumping. Hold on, I gotta go find my spot. She has 10 million followers. Go! I don't know where they were. I'm sorry. Sonic says May 23rd at Disney cast crew member Monique. Sonic says can't wait either. We're still rolling, jumping in the chat. I'm still working. Hold on. Still gotta find where we're at. Hold on. Here we go. NOHZYTV says, bro, she is famous. She is so famous. Kira's famous. Kira's so famous. You need to go, bro. You gotta go see go. Okay. Magic Adventure says, never feel guilty. You're supporting and watching when you can is always appreciated. Never feel like you have to be there. NOHZYTV says, you gotta go now, it's Kira. And Disney cast crew member Monique says, yes, of course, Sonic. NOHZYTV says, bro, it's Kira. Andy with an A says, NOHZYTV, please allow John to catch up with the chat. Spamming does not help. NOHZYTV says, Kira is going. Bro, Kira is famous. Sonic says, sorry at Magic Adventures. Disney cast crew member Monique says, you are all making the magic, yay. And Disney cast crew member Monique says, Scooter, well, I should have known. Well, I think we just caught up on the chat. So here we are near center stage, or just in front of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I'm looking at the time right now. So Disney's Hollywood Studios has closed at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. It is now 9:27 p.m. Eastern. So it's been a while since it's closed. And of course, if you are new to the channel, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell as well. Scoot Adventures in the chat again says, Michelle and I were hoping to see you again this weekend. Next weekend, hopefully. I may be in parks this Thursday for a rare weekly visit by myself. Oh, Scoot Adventures is going to be in town. Look me up, Scoot Adventures. Christopher Chavez says, thank you all so much, everyone. I had a great time with Disney cast crew member Monique saying all the lines from Fantasmic. I do enjoy when you guys jump in the chat. I do enjoy it. Okay, John with Fun to Be Free is going to pause here for just a moment. And then I'm going to slowly turn around and we're going to head towards the guest entrance. In other words, we're going to walk down Hollywood Boulevard towards the crossroads. Disney cast crew member Monique says, my pleasure, Christopher, anytime, partner. It really is perfect right now.
I love it.
The weather is amazing right now, FYI. It is, like the guests just said, it is perfect right now, absolutely. A tisk, get a tasket. Sonic says, thank you again, John. You're welcome, Sonic. I like it when you're here. And Hala says, maybe you should go and check out the Disney Springs. That's when I got some cheese pizza there. Oh, maybe that's another video for another day, Hala. But yeah, we got to get over to Disney Springs soon. Thank you for the suggestion. Just enjoy the ambiance, the background music for just a few moments here on Hollywood Boulevard. We're quickly approaching. Oh, maybe I should pause here for just a second and show you. There's what Sunset Boulevard looks like. here at Disney's Hollywood Studios tonight with all the amazing neon signage. You're fine, no worries. Have a great night. And let me go back to the chat real quick. Andy with an A says, I love the evening streams. They will be a great addition to the channel. Yeah, it is certainly magical here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, of course, on Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard with the neon. It's so amazing, right, Andy? Shout out Black Mustang, back in the chat. Welcome in, welcome back. Says, out late tonight. Happy Easter. Well, happy Easter to you, Shout out Black Mustang. Christopher Chavez says, oh yeah, you can have ice cream at Disney Springs. Well, they have ice cream here on Sunset Boulevard too, Christopher Chavez. Christopher Chavez says, John, at Fun to Be Free. Love it. The ambiance here on Hollywood Boulevard is so amazing, especially in the evening hours. Oh, you can see even just on the opposite side, of the far side of the crossroads of the world, you can see the guest entrance all lit up there. Magic Adventure says, Scooter, we will be somewhere on Thursday, most likely Springs. Oh, I'll have to take note, maybe, Magic Adventures. Scooter Adventure says, I will text you Thursday. Great stream tonight, buddy. You're simply the best. Simply the best. And you've created a great family here. Oh, I appreciate that, Scooter Adventures. I look forward to seeing you as well. Hopefully it'll work out. Oh, hello there. So directly ahead of us is a cast member with some directional signage. We'll get a little closer and check it out here. Strollers and wheelchairs to the right and mobility device rental off to the left. Over here at Oscar Super Service, if you will. Okay, we're quickly approaching the guest entrance / exit. But I gotta get back to the chat before we do. Disney cast crew member Monique says, as Hollywood Studios would always make me say, bright lights, big city, that's where you gotta go from the big screen to the little screen. It's the Disney Studios. Everyone can be famous on the red carpet. Well, okay, Monique, thank you for that, but I'm still calling it Disney's MGM Studios then. Sonic says, by the way, John, I was the first person to hit like. As always, Sonic, generally you are, including as soon as I post, you're generally like. Right, Sonic? Christopher Chavez says, oh yeah, I get that reaction a lot. They have ice cream at Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, over at Hollywood Scoops is always super long, very popular, Christopher Chavez. It's good too. Hala says, Disney is one of the best Hollywood studios. I think Hala's saying Disney's Hollywood Studios is one of the best parks. It's very neat here right now. Scoot Adventures says, sounds good, Magical Adventures. Hope to meet you and your lovely wife at the park soon. Magic Adventures says, we'd love to meet you too. Yeah, it'd be very nice for everybody to meet. It's very cool. Okay, so we're slowly gonna turn around here and we're gonna look down or up, depending on the orientation of Hollywood Boulevard. Up's probably a better choice since we're looking up towards Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway or Center Stage. Fast Pass Radio in the chat by any chance? Sonic says not always. Okay. Yeah, sometimes somebody beats Sonic to the like, but Sonic's pretty on it. Sonic says I don't get there in time, I think. Disney cast crew member Monique says, yes, truth. MGM Studios is where anyone can be a celebrity. That's right. That's right, Monique. And I miss, of course, the citizens of Hollywood as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick. We are near the crossroads of the world, and adjacent to it, in front of it, if you will, is a manhole cover. This is the manhole cover that I really like standing on for my intros and my outros. So I'm going to stand over in this direction here for just a moment. And of course, I will flip the camera in just a moment here. Oh, well, hello there. John with Fun to Be Free coming to you live from Disney's Hollywood Studios. You can see behind me is, of course, Hollywood Boulevard. If you've just joined us, where were you? We just saw Fantasmic, one of the best shows here at the Walt Disney World Resort. But John with Fun to Be Free would like to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you for joining me today on this gorgeous evening here at the Walt Disney World Resort. Thank you for watching, and we'll go live tomorrow somewhere from the Walt Disney World Resort. We'll check it out. We'll see. I'll bring you some breaking news tomorrow at 2 o'clock. But again, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.